Hello, everyone. I'm leaving the Ark Hostel in the morning, and this is the owner here in the blue shirt, and he's kind of asked me what I'm doing, where I'm going, and I'm trying to tell him, and I guess I got the seal of approval, and he allowed me to go on my way. What a mother hen! No, he was seriously a great guy, and the Ark Hostel is a fantastic place. Highly recommend it. This is 2 full days in. Seriously, let me know what you think of that pronunciation. Please give me a thumbs up. Here's a list of my supporters from buymeacoffee.com. Really appreciate you guys. Okay, so anyway, I wasn't leaving for good that morning. I was just headed out to the Iranian border. And as further proof that my GPS is trying to kill me, it took me to this military base. There's other ways to get to where I wanted to go, but it decided to take me right to this military base. On the way, I stopped by this guy selling fish. It looked really good, didn't smell at all. But here's another way we could have gone, by this nice tree-lined boulevard in the city. I didn't have to go by that military base. Why are you trying to kill me, GPS? So anyway, I get out of town and get on the highway. This awesome formation here, so cool. And then here's a little bit different angle of it. Look how amazing that is. Can you imagine the force to raise that up? And then this is going to be a lot of trucks. There's a million zillion trucks coming out of Iran into Turkey and from Turkey into Iran. And we're going to see a sample of them. So there's Mount Ararat, and I love mountains. So you're going to see a lot of mountains too. Another friendly Turkish person. This reminded me of Laramie in the springtime after a rain. Kind of these green plains and stuff. Really beautiful. I love it. Here's some of the trucks. I mean, there was a lot of trucks. So much stuff. Tankers and cargo trucks, all kinds. But it was very impressive. It seems like it's a very busy border. So I found a little quiet spot off to the side and pulled over and just kind of hung out and chilled out for a little bit. And I got to see Iran. I'm not able to go into Iran, but at least I got to look at what is Iran. There's a picture of the border, and it was very fun. And then, Mount Ararat was out, so guess what? You get a picture of that too. Such a beautiful mountain. I like volcanic mountains. And that little lesser mountain there to the side, that vent, that's in Iran. And so this is in Turkey, and those are sandbags in there, little military base there. And here's some of the trucks on the way back. Holy smokes, look at all those tanker trucks. It's crazy, but still kind of fun too. And trucks, and more trucks. Okay, so now back to the Green Plains and Mount Ararat there. And it's just so beautiful. I love it. What a great area. Like, I need more pictures. We'll likely never be here again. But look at that. How beautiful is that? Again, that lesser peak to the side, that's in Iran. Had to get one of myself in there. And it started to get pretty serious with the clouds. And I did get sprinkled on a little bit. And then the rest of that afternoon, it actually rained really hard. That afternoon, evening, there's a full military police vehicle thing. And then here was a checkpoint, and there was no one there. It was kind of creepy, but I snuck through. I didn't see anybody, so I just kept going. Look at the fairing on that bike. Isn't that cool? And as I'm coming back into town, I noticed there was a market. I'm like, I have to go to the market. So I found a place to park. And all these sheets or drapes or whatever they are here, this kid was helping his dad with that, and he came over and got a picture. He was a really nice guy. Here's a little sample of one of the stalls at the market. So beautiful, so much variety of fruits and vegetables. So the next morning I got up, and this is the view of Ararat in the morning. Look at that lighting. Isn't that crazy? So great. And I was on my way to the palace, which is just east of the city, up on the hill. And so I'm heading out, and this time I went my way. There's a hint to the palace there. and drove up a little bit further up the hill here. And lots of steep roads and tight corners in Turkey. Really keep you on your toes. Get a little closer to the palace here. And then as I was looking for a place to park, oh, there's a bunch of momos. I'll just park with them. And I ran into them inside. They were really cool, pretty funny. They were giving each other a hard time. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the palace. There's some info on it. It's really great. I'm so glad I did this. Really beautiful. I love this stuff. And it hasn't been restored, so it's kind of like frozen in this state a little bit. And look at the detail work. So beautiful. What a great place. And there were some unique features about this. I'll do my best to try and relay some of them. But the entryway, look at the trees and the branches and stuff. It's so beautiful. I just love it. And then this is supposed to be a lion, I think, but I'm going to call it a doggy. And the courtyard was very impressive. Super fun. So these windows here, look at the scroll work around those windows there. And this is what that looks like on the other side. So look how thick those walls are. Oh my gosh. So this is the kitchen. It's a huge kitchen because this was a functional palace. This was something inside the kitchen. I don't know what it is. And here's some information if you want to pause and read about the kitchen. And another angle, what it looks like in there. It was a very big room. And I'm assuming that's all blackened from smoke. And open ceiling, pretty wild. And then I think this is some kind of bathroom, bathing area maybe. I don't know, but it was like a hexagonal room. And then the camera's funny here, but this I think was actually filled with water and you get in there and bathe. And it had this cool roof too. Now each room in here, this I guess was a unique feature. It had a fireplace in each room. And that was really wild. And an incredible view. Check out that view. Wow, there's the city below. Pretty wild. But so like I said, each room had this fireplace. They're gorgeous. But then they all had these cutouts in the walls, these like little cubbies. And I guess that was a unique feature. And you could pay attention to that mosque on the left. We're going to come back to that. But you could store all kinds of things, and some of them were for firewood, to store firewood in there for the fireplace in each place. This is the prayer room there. Beautiful. I didn't enhance that photo. It came out like that. And then I was reading this sign, and it was talking about how there was the man, the lion, and the eagle there, and how they were carved. And here's the information I was reading. You can pause and read it. And I was like, oh, I didn't really get it. But when I walked over there, I was like, oh, there's those carvings. I see it now. See the man, the bear, and our lion, and the eagle. And then there's your view off of that deck. This is like the main gathering area. I don't know what it's called. Kind of like a throne room, I guess. Really cool. So beautiful. And I love the black and white stone inside. And then I asked somebody to take my picture. So there's me in that room. And then this is from a vantage point above, taking pictures of the palace. Quite a place. Really, I'm so glad I went. It was really fun. And now the mosque, which is up the hill a little bit further, was also super cool. What a complex, and those old walls and stuff. Now look right there. See that little archway they built over those stones? It is so beautiful. What a setting. Can't imagine working on that wall in that jagged, craggy area. So then I drove past the mosque and those walls and things and wanted to go up the hill a little bit further towards the mountains. So it's a little bit of off-roading. This makes me slightly nervous because my off-roading skills aren't that great and I don't want to hurt myself or anything. But I went for a ways and it was absolutely beautiful. So much fun. Really glad I did this. Just look how great this is. What a setting. So this is on the way down. Another pretty impressive geologic feature. there. And then, oh, a sweet doggy. Get away from the road, sweet doggy. And went a little bit further, and there's another sweet doggy. Be careful, guy. And then there's another view of Mount Ararat. And then I got back to the Ark Hostel and made my way back in the back where my tent is. And a lot of the guests had left. There was a couple there. But yeah, what a great day. Absolutely loved it. Love this city. Would love to come back. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. I really need that thumbs up. Here's a list of the supporters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I like this shot. Look at the Momo. Peace and love to you all.